services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshlawfirm.com.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Welcome to Community Centered, a show that features people in the community doing good things. Now, here are your hosts, Debbie O'Handley and Margi Kyle.
How are you, my friend?
I'm terrific.
Happy Tuesday.
Thank you.
It's only Tuesday.
I know.
And I feel like I've lived a century here in the
like
last couple of days.
Had a baby or something.
Yeah, speaking of babies, do you have some news you want to share?
I do. I am so excited. My grandson, who I wear his Air Force Academy ring, called me and he said, I know it's too early, Grammy, but I have to tell somebody, so I want to tell you this a couple of months ago. We're going to have a baby. And yesterday was the day that they were going to find out what they were having.
Oh.
And neither one of them wanted the doctor to tell them. They wanted them to put it in an envelope.
Sure.
And then they take it to Walmart and they give the envelope to the bakery at Walmart. Reese, I hope you can get in on this.
Oh, I can see it, yeah.
And they bake a cake. Well, they don't. They've got cakes right there. And they either frost it with pink or blue frosting.
Aww.
And then they take the picture of the baby and put it next to the cake.
Beautiful.
Is that not? So she brought the cake home and they cut it together. And
it's a boy.
It is a boy. I knew they were going to have a boy.
Lovely.
But what a wonderful surprise.
Congratulations, Grammy.
I know. I
That's
can't
so
wait.
lovely. Good for you.
I can't wait.
Your first grand.
Yes.
I think you were probably grand before you earned the title, but now it's official. You are the grand. The grandest of all. Congratulations.
And my daughter last night called me and said, Mom, I have no idea how you felt. You know, when she got pregnant and had babies. And
a lot of changes.
Yeah. With her first one, she had a C-section. So I was there right after she had him.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was just going to stay in the room with her. She said, no, you're going home.
Mm-hmm. Today's parents is a whole different thing. You know, my grandbaby just turned 1 last week, and we've been experiencing the, what do we call it, baby-led weaning of food. So they teach themselves how to eat. This child has had tofu and salmon and eel and all kinds of things. She has a very sophisticated taste palette. So for a 1-year-old, this is a new. You just watch.
Yeah, I
just
can't
watch and
wait.
learn. You'll do a lot of keeping your mouth quiet for sure. But well, congratulations, Margie. That's wonderful news. And I know you've got the Dino Open coming up on October 27th.
Yes.
You want to talk about that? The golf tournament
at Northstone.
Yeah, golf tournament benefit for Little Smiles.
Yes, and Dino was our president.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is an honor of him. If Reese can get that up too and show it shortly.
Are you still looking for sponsors?
Always, and players.
Okay, so who would they contact?
Go to littlesmilesnc.org.
Great.
Yeah.
Got that coming up. I think next week is the Lake Norman Chamber Expo that they're having at the Aquatic Center. Yeah. So I know a lot of us will be.
And tonight, Coco Couture is having their 10th anniversary.
A happy birthday.
From 5 to 7 with lots of prizes and gifts and food and
lovely. And you're kind of Coco Couture from head to toe.
I am.
In honor of the birthday?
I am.
Lovely. You'll always find Margie wherever there's glitter or wherever there's sparkle. So between Coco Couture and Nina's Boutique, you are head to toe sparkle.
That's right. Well, you've got to.
You got to.
Yeah.
Give them something to talk about, right?
For Halloween, which is coming up,
mm-hmm.
I always used to go out as classy trash.
Why am I not surprised?
I'd put on a garbage bag and I'd spray it with sparkles all over. And I got picked up by the police one year and he said, little girl, I thought, I'm 40 years old. And as he got closer, he said, "Oh, ma'am, what are you doing?" He said, "What are you?" And I said, "I'm classy trash."
Happy Halloween.
Oh,
right?
he laughed so hard. He said, "Where do you live?" And I said, "Right across the street."
I'll tell you, the time is flying. To think that we're talking about Halloween. And I
I
know,
know.
before the show we were talking about being 22 again, and in honor of Reese. And not sure that we want to go back there, but time is really, really flying. But I am so excited about our guest today with Habitat. We are sort of in the same space as them, but not really. But we partner together, and I just think the whole affordable housing and lack of it, and what we're doing to help our neighbors in need is just really exciting.
Yes.
Exciting times. I know they've got a lot of new builds and a lot of new things happening, so I'm excited to get updated on that. But we will be hearing from her when we come back from
Yeah.
break. What else is going on in your world?
Well, that should be enough for now.
I think that's a
Wow.
lot. I think that's an amazing amount of stuff. At Hope House, we're kind of in a little quiet space right now. We
Yeah.
do have a family moving out on Friday and bringing, obviously, a new family in as soon
Yeah.
as we
Well,
don't even
and
let
Little Smiles is extending their services to parents who have lost a child.
Oh, okay.
This is something new for us.
Okay.
But we're starting to
New
have an
partnership.
event with the hospitals.
Okay.
Levine was the first one that reached out and said, "How would you feel about having maybe a dinner and a craft?"
Nice.
So I came up with all sorts of maybe scrapbooking,
Lovely.
writing a letter and getting frames.
Lovely.
And, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Remembering a child that they've lost, because I can't imagine ever being there.
Oh, beautiful, Margie.
Yeah.
That's such a fantastic thing that you do. I just, every time I hear the word little smile, I want to say, no. Extraordinary big smiles is the work that you do. So congrats on that too. That's
Yeah.
amazing work in our
Yeah.
community. We need you.
Well, I hate that there's a need, but I love doing it.
Right. Well, you're fulfilling it, and that's
Yeah.
really marvelous. And I know you've got the boat parade in December, right? You're doing
Yes,
that
on
again
the
this year?
20th.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
It's the
And then
season.
we have breakfast with Santa, and I can't remember the date on that, but I'll get that, and it'll be in November as well.
We had someone recently reach out to us to want to do a Christmas party November. I don't know. I think it was November 15th. I was like, really? We're there? Like, what happened to 4th of July? I'm still
missed
trying.
it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. I do want to give a shout out to maybe a new listener. We had a conversation this afternoon about the affordable housing space. He's new to Huntersville from Charlotte and wanting to learn about how he can make an impact with some fantastic ideas he has. So if you're listening, we're going to get together and have some coffee and think about how we can expand the resources and do something really big together. So we are getting ready to go on break. When we come back from break, you're going to introduce our marvelous
I am,
guest.
and I'm just really interested in seeing all the things they're doing.
Incredible. And also, I want to remind you, if you have a question that you want answered, 844-STUDIO-4, you can call the studio. Our guest from Habitat would be happy to talk to you. Margie would always be happy to talk to you, as would I. I don't have all the answers, nor do I pretend to have them, but there's some pretty powerful women sitting at this table. So together, I think we could come up with some good answers. Don't you think, Reese? And shout out to Reese.
Absolutely.
The guy that nobody gets to see or hear from. He's the one who puts it all together for us and gets us out on time and gets us to the break. So shout out to Reese. Easy peasy.
Spotlight and kindness, one story at a time. It's community centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle. Presented by the McIntosh Law Firm on WSIC.
Fall is a season of ups and downs in the Carolinas. A little warm, a little on the humid side right now. Partly cloudy, low 80s for our Tuesday afternoon. Overnight, though, we fall off only into the mid-60s. A cold front on the way tomorrow brings some rain off and on for our Wednesday. And then a big-time cool down on the way. High temperatures in the upper 60s, near 70 to finish out the work week. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. The 500 Club in Statesville is having their Members Couples Club Championship on Saturday. Visit the 500 Club online for more information on tea times, memberships, the Victory Lane Sports Bar and Grill, and golf lessons. Get ready to do the time warp again on Halloween night. WSIC Radio is bringing the Rocky Horror Picture Show to the Charles Mack Citizen Center in Mooresville. The movie will play at the Joe V. Knox Auditorium screen with a live shadowcast performing alongside the film. Standard and VIP experience tickets are on sale right now at WSICnews.com. The VIP experience begins at 6 p.m. with the showtime at 8. Sing along, dress up, and join the fun. This is a Halloween night you will not forget. WSIC presents the Rocky Horror Picture Show October 31st in Mooresville. The dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway is ready to take center stage this fall. The World Short Track Championships take place October 31st and November 1st, featuring the nation's best weekly dirt racers. And then get ready for the World of Outlaws World Finals, November 5th through the 8th. Sprint cars, late models, and big block modifieds take their final checkered flags of 2025 while their champions are crowned. Click on CharlotteMotorspeedway.com for tickets, schedules, and camping information.
The Renaissance Festival is back Saturdays and Sundays now through November 23rd. Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com. While supplies last, don't miss the Renaissance Festival. Huzzah!
Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Shining a light on who's making a difference. It's Community Centered, hosted by Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back to WSIC News Talk Now. If you have a nonprofit and would like to be on our show, please give Reese a call and give him the phone number, and we will get back to you shortly. We're every Tuesday from 3 to 4 and would love to know what you're doing to make this a spectacular community. Today it is an honor and a pleasure to introduce our guest from Habitat for Humanity, Shannon Green, Senior Vice President of Organizational Advancements. I can't talk.
That is a
long
title.
Development.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big, long
What does
title to
that
tell
mean?
everybody.
What does that mean? Great question. My team, and I have an incredible group of very smart people. And the way I describe our department is we are all of the external facing relationships other than our homeowner program.
Gotcha.
So our work with government through advocacy, our fundraising, volunteers, marketing, communications, probably some other things in
That's
there.
a big
but
team.
It is a big team. It takes a lot to kind of keep that engine of Habitat moving, and I'm really proud of the work.
So you're Senior VP of OAD.
I love it. The abbreviation. Let's go with that.
That's awesome, Margi. That's great.
So one of the big myths is you build homes for free.
That is a myth. I also thought, when I started at Habitat 9 years ago, I thought Habitat gave away homes.
I did too.
Yeah, I thought Jimmy Carter founded Habitat. I think a lot of the things that people have an understanding of or knowledge of Habitat, right? It's a very beloved brand, and it's been around for a long time. Habitat International was founded 50 years ago.
Oh, wow.
It's been doing a lot of great work.
Okay.
Our local Charlotte region Habitat in 1983 was the founding. But been around for a long time doing some really important work.
Well, as I was saying before we started the show, our gardener got a Habitat house. And
Yes.
when I went to sort of help him, and I counted he had 7 TVs in this tiny little house, I thought, got more TVs than I do. But, people also were giving tremendously to the Habitat houses off of Bailey Road in Huntersville. So, what are some of the other myths?
I think the biggest one is that we give away homes. So I always start there, is that our homeowners do have a mortgage. They close on their homes just like any of us would close on a home, and they go through the same process.
So they do have to qualify.
They have to qualify. They have to demonstrate a need for housing and a willingness to partner with Habitat. And that willingness to partner, part of that is taking on, assuming an affordable mortgage, going through financial education classes, and also doing volunteer hours on their own homes and on their own home and on other homes, which I think is a great part of building community.
Wonderful. And I didn't realize you repaired homes too.
That is also, I think, a lot of people, new news to them.
Yeah.
We can't just build our way out of affordable housing crisis. We have to actually preserve affordable housing. And we do that through our critical home repair program, where we go in and we repair owner-occupied homes. A lot of those homes, folks have lived in them for 30, 40, 50 years. We serve a lot of widows, a lot of women who their house has fallen into a state of disrepair after their spouse has passed away, but they do own their own homes, and they're usually pillars of the community. They are the moms of the neighborhood, and people come to their houses and see them as a trusted resource in the community. So we want to keep them. So
they really don't want to leave.
They want to age in place, and we want to help them stay in their homes. We do not only extensive repairs to the homes, a lot of roofs and HVACs.
I was going to say,
but also some accessibility, some modifications as people age to make sure that they can stay in their homes. So widening of doorways, a lot of bathroom and kitchen modifications in order to help
and
folks.
Wheelchair access.
A lot of wheelchair ramps and those sorts of things. So that's just as important as actually building new units, is keeping people who own their homes in their homes.
Now, is the process the same?
Process is a little different.
Okay.
But the one thing that is in common is that for new homes or for the homes that we repair, we are serving folks that are earning below a certain percentage of the area median income. So we say that's 80% or less of the area median income. And that's a little inside baseball. So I like to say that's probably someone who's earning somewhere, below, for a household of four, below $90,000, $100,000 a year.
Okay.
And some of them in the repair program specifically, usually those homeowners are earning $20,000, $30,000 a year. They're on fixed incomes, maybe Social Security or pensions, or what we're seeing there. So a little bit of a different process, but the one thing in common is serving those that need help, either staying in their affordable home or accessing affordable housing.
Well, I was really thrilled when I found that our Rotary Club was coming once a month on Saturdays to help you. Yeah.
Have you ever done that, Margie?
I'm going to do it this week.
You need to go. It's really interesting. I went one time, or a couple times actually. We had Miss Betty Jones at Hope House, who got her own home over in the Norman Park place. And I learned so much that day. I thought, okay, I'm going to be slinging a hammer or, painting or something. But there was a gentleman there that day that was like, you need to measure out 12 inches. You know what that looks like? And he said, the distance from your elbow to your wrist is 12 inches. I was like, it is? So just the interesting things that you learn.
When I
and
had my TV show here, I did a whole house using Habitat, your store.
Yes.
Oh, the Restore.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So all the furniture came from there, dishes, everything, pictures. We had more darn fun.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother part of the Habitat mission too, right?
Yeah.
Is to be funded with the
But just to show people you can decorate on a budget.
You can.
Yeah.
You can. You're reminding me about the restores of just how it really takes a community to do the work that we do. And the restores, sometimes people don't associate those with Habitat, or they don't know what a restore is. They think maybe it's only for construction supplies, or maybe it's for Habitat homeowners only, but it is open to the public. We have 7 stores in the Charlotte region, and those proceeds fund housing and fund repairs and fund financial education for us, almost 550 families last year in this region. So restores are another great way to support. I just had a restore pickup at my house this morning of some furniture donations. So donating your furniture or shopping.
I just told my daughter-in-law, she said, I don't know where to get rid of all this furniture so I can make it a nursery.
And also,
so call Habitat.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Spread the word.
They also do, I know some friends of ours, complete kitchen renovations. So we have a friend who's up doing their kitchen, and they said, we just called Habitat. They brought a whole crew over. They were gone by 10 o'clock in the morning, and all of it went up to the Mooresville store, granite and all, sink and all, and the whole kitchen was sold as
I
is up
think
there.
that is wonderful.
So if you're in the process of flipping a home or looking for that resource, you can go up there and get some great ideas, for sure.
And furniture. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I had the honor when I first moved here, I was trying to reinvent myself. So I went to Habitat and I volunteered in the restore. And I was the Tuesday person at the cash register in the Cornelius store. You meet the most interesting people who are regulars, the most amazing donations that come in. It's quite the experience. It really was. And I really value what I learned about the community and what I learned about Habitat from that experience.
I can't wait to work next Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have a good time. You'll get some donuts, I think, or something really.
I hope I don't buy anything. I don't need another thing.
No, you won't. You won't buy anything for sure. But yeah, they do incredible work. And I remember when Miss Betty Jones, she was sort of an enigma in this community. She worked at the Harris Teeter in Huntersville, and when anybody associated with Habitat or Hope Out, whoever would come in, she would scream the loudest from your cashier when you walked through the front door. And it was like, easy does it. So when she passed away, we were all curious what happened to the home, and so the mortgage was sold to the children. So we just assumed that you give houses away, right? That her family would get it, but no, it was an actual mortgage. So that's what they did with her home. So it was pretty incredible, amazing work that you do.
Yeah,
it truly is. And we're blessed now to be in the same neighborhood as you over in the Norman Place area. So we're trying to dream big alongside of Habitat and see what we can do there.
Well, if anybody can do that, you can.
We'll try.
Yeah,
we'll try.
So, we no longer build one house at a time. Yeah. We are community builders.
That's right. That was a real shift in, I think, for Habitat Charlotte Region just a couple of years ago when we realized that, it was just made more sense economically and just from an efficiency standpoint to build complete neighborhoods, but also from building community and building a neighborhood for our families and integrating into the community. It just makes a lot of sense. So we're doing a lot more of that. We finished a 39-home community in Charlotte near the airport, and one in Gaston County, that Dixon Village that just finished up probably about 6 months ago. That was another 30 homes.
You did 39 all at the same time?
We did them in phases. We're not that good, but we are good.
That's pretty good.
I think you're great.
I did too, and it nearly killed me. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, we're getting ready to go to break. We are excited to hear about all of the amazing things that you're doing. You can call the studio, 844-STUDIO-4. If you have a question, we'll try to get the right answer for you or find the right resource, we promise. But you're listening to Community Centered here today on 105.9 with Margie and Debbie.
You got it.
Good news lives here. It's Community Centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on WSIC. Local starts here.
Fall is a season of ups and downs in the Carolinas. A little warm, a little on the humid side right now. Partly cloudy, low 80s for our Tuesday afternoon. Overnight, though, we fall off only into the mid-60s. A cold front on the way tomorrow brings some rain off and on for our Wednesday. And then a big-time cool down on the way. High temperatures in the upper 60s, near 70 to finish out the work week. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshlawfirm.com.
Cakes and cookies, toys and gifts. The Southern Christmas Show, November 13th through 23rd at the Park Expo and Conference Center. Save on tickets at southernchristmasshow.com, courtesy of Kraft Body Scan. The Southern Christmas Show.
Lauer Drug is a source for community since 1959. We have intense customer service, a state-of-the-art compounding medication management for those using medication planners. We do it for you. Come to us at Lowry Drug in Statesville. Call 704-873-2247. Come see us.
Jay White here from Central Line Realty. We're right in the center of North Carolina, and we put you at the center of everything we do. If you're selling a home, buying a home, or adding doors to your rental portfolio, put the team at Central Line Realty to work for you. Go to centrallinerealty.com and let's get started.
Inspire your team and gallop to greatness. Our horses at Willow Equine are outstanding at working with people on leadership and team building skills, perfect for corporate retreats. Visit willowequine.com as you gallop to greatness.
Prioritizing your health is one of the best ways to take care of yourself. From routine visits to the joys of pregnancy to the illnesses that stop you in your tracks, Iredell Health System will be by your side. Learn more at iredellhealth.org.
Are you sick of running out of hot water? Whether it's in the middle of a shower or doing dishes, cold water's never fun. Say goodbye to those surprises with a Rinnai tankless water heater from GMV Energy. This energy-efficient propane-powered solution heats water instantly, so you'll never run out again. Plus, it saves money and frees up space. Propane models start at just $295 after rebates. Visit any G&V Energy location or gbenergy.com to learn more.
Don't miss a thing. Download the WSIC News app today. WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. The owner of the New York Stock Exchange, Intercontinental Exchange, plans to invest as much as $2 billion in Polymarket, a crypto-based betting platform. Polymarket lets traders wager on the outcome of real-world events, such as sports and elections. On the news, gambling stocks such as DraftKings was down as much as 6.3%, while Flutter, which owns FanDuel, slumped as much as 5.9%. Tesla unveiled a cheaper version of the Model Y today, which will cost just under $38,000. The car would give Tesla a more affordable vehicle to counter the loss of electric vehicle incentives that ended last week. We're told that Tesla managed to engineer cost out of the Model Y, in part by focusing on the battery pack and motor. Stocks falling across the board with losses ranging from 0.3% to more than 0.7%. The Nasdaq faring the worst with losses accelerating on a report that Oracle's profit margin in its cloud computing business is lower than many have been estimating. Oracle shares, which were down around 4.5% earlier, are now down around 2.5%. Dan Schwartzman, Bloomberg Radio.
Friendly reminder, don't brake when you see the lake.
WSIC. Local starts here.
Real people making a real impact. The McIntosh Law Firm brings you community-centered, right here on WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back. Welcome, welcome to Community Centered. Before we continue, I just want to give a shout out to Brandy Jones, who was just named as the Executive Director of Angels and Sparrows.
Oh.
She was serving as the interim director when Jessica left, but I think it was announced last night after their board meeting that she is the permanent Executive Director. So welcome, welcome, Brandy. We know you're going to do a fabulous job. Today, we have the great pleasure of speaking with Shannon Green, and I'm not even going to attempt to say her position in Habitat VP. I like what you said, OAD. But one of the things that I wanted to comment on was, from the perspective of a partner of Hope House, is the care and the expertise you bring to families, and getting them housing ready is a big deal. And I'm always fascinated as we work with our families when they come out of homelessness into transition, and we start to talk about their goals and what they want to do. And their always big goal is to be a homeowner. And 9 times out of 10, they'll say a Habitat homeowner. It's something that they've grown up with. It's something that they know could be achievable. And if they have a family member that achieved that great milestone through some of the programs that you offer, then that's something that they're shooting for. So on behalf of that, thank you so much for what you do, because I think that people, again, we talk about what do you think Habitat is, or building homes. They don't understand the connection and what you're actually doing with that. So talk a little bit more about some of those supportive services you offer.
One thing about, again, the affordable housing continuum is that it's everything from unhoused to affordable home ownership, and people come in at different points of time or different entry points and come to us in different ways. Partner referrals and word of mouth are probably the number one way that families come to us. It is because not only are we trusted, but there are trusted other resources such as yours that people know that we have an association, and so we really appreciate you as well. So thank you for the partnership. I think what's so nice about the Habitat model is that it is focused on the holistic journey of a family. A lot of times when families are coming to us and they're trying to understand how to apply for and to buy a Habitat home, they may not even understand what that process is or what it takes to get there. And so from the very first entry point, our staff are working with families to understand, shared language around financial literacy, what it means to have good debt, what it means, what income it takes to not only to purchase a home, but to be successful in staying in that home. How to take care of your home. So we always say once we close on the home and you get the keys, your journey with Habitat doesn't end. We talk about wills and estate planning. We've done will workshops for our families. We've done college tours with our families. A lot of times those are involving other community partners. It's not Habitat doing the will workshop. It's not Habitat doing the college tour. It's not Habitat helping with other parts of their lives that they might need help on. But because they have a mortgage with us for, in most cases, 30 years, 25, 30 years, we're interacting with our families.
Well, you're helping them grow in every aspect of life.
Yeah, but again, we're not always the solution. It's kind of like what you said earlier about we'll get you to the right solution. We know people, If we don't know the answer, we'll find the answer and we'll help connect you. We're a connector. And I love that about the mission. It's our volunteers, it's our staff, it's our homeowners, it's the supporters, the shoppers at the Restore. It's not one star in the game. It's so many people coming together to make the difference.
Yeah.
And that's the secret sauce.
So if someone's listening and they say, this is exciting, how do I sign me up? How do I get a house, right? What does that look like? Because it's not just about the mortgage. Like you said, it's about some learning skills and sweat equity. What does that look like?
The first thing, usually, again, we get a lot of word of mouth, but we have an interest form on our website. I'd say that's most of the time how people are coming into our program is filling out that interest form on our website. There's a little bit of questions there, assessment there, just to see if someone's ready. So that's habitatcltregion.com. habitatclt.org, habitatcltregion.org. And there's a lot of information there. Sometimes that can be overwhelming. We try to keep it as short and sweet as possible, but buying a home is a complex process for anybody.
It is.
So we have some really good staff. Once you fill out that interest form, we have some folks that follow up with you, and they're experts in what they do, and they're really awesome people too. And they take a lot of pride in care.
I see you have an upcoming event too on November 6th.
We do. We do have an upcoming event at the Charles Mack Center. We call it Beyond the Blueprints, kind of a play on the construction piece, but it's actually for anyone who's interested, whether it's purchasing a home, becoming a volunteer, becoming a
learning all
donor,
about what you do.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a we'll have a little bit of a program and talk about what we do, but also just some tables with information. A lot of our staff there to interact in real time, have some refreshments, and you can sign up on the spot. So we're really excited about that event on November 6th.
So that sounds like a must for somebody who's interested.
Come check us out. Yeah, join us that morning.
Yeah.
And I think you'll be at the Lake Norman Expo, won't you, as well?
We will.
Chamber? Okay.
We will. We do. I believe some of our construction team are going to come, and land development. We are looking to partner with some additional vendors in the community too that offer services.
Great.
So, again, it takes a village. We don't do all the things. So we love connecting with other businesses as well, because that's also a part of getting our mission done and getting it done well.
Mm-hmm. That's
having
fabulous.
great resources. So.
I know that at some of the Restore, at least when I was volunteering there, you would get some things from Lowe's that come through the planogram that they have up there.
right.
So that if you're looking for like new flooring or sometimes windows, there's a lot of things in there that you can find. Such an interesting store. There are so many different things in there that you really need to go check it out and find. I think now you might even have your Christmas things out for sure.
Oh, we do. We maybe not in July like some stores, but we do get it out relatively early.
There's some really cool things that you'll find in there. So shout out to the Restore folks in the Cornelius store, because it's a great store.
Well, as I said, I did a whole house.
Yes.
And everything I bought for that house came from that store.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
I just was telling someone at Hope House today about it. She's moving on Friday, and I said, have you been to the Restore? Because you can find some great furniture there and some things.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool thing. I know the generational wealth gap, right? We talk about that all the time, what that looks like. And I think that the impact of the work that you do, it's not stressed enough how much you are changing and empowering lives of that. Like, people think, oh, yeah, I want to buy a house, and what is that going to look like and everything. But I want our listeners to understand how a life changes when you put knowledge in their hands, and how it impacts the children of them and the next children and the next generation. When these kids see that you can change things if you just have a little stick-to-itiveness, right, and get through those workshops and those seminars and things, you can become a homeowner. Amazing. We're getting ready to go on break, and I know that this time is just flying. But again, I want to encourage you, if you have a call, 844-STUDIO-4, you can call here. Reese is waiting with bated breath to take your call, or Margie and I or Shannon can answer your call for sure. Because I want to make sure that we're getting the right information out to the right people that are listening, because you too can be a homeowner, and Habitat can help you with a lot of resources. So let's change some lives today. I think that would be kind of cool.
I love it.
That's awesome. So when we come back, you're listening to Community Centered and your host, Margie and Debbie.
Spotlight and kindness, one story at a time. It's Community Centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle. Presented by the McIntosh Law Firm on WSIC.
Fall is a season of ups and downs in the Carolinas. A little warm, a little on the humid side right now. Partly cloudy, low 80s for our Tuesday afternoon. Overnight, though, we fall off only into the mid-60s. A cold front on the way tomorrow brings some rain off and on for our Wednesday. And then a big-time cool down on the way. High temperatures in the upper 60s, near 70 to finish out the work week. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. The 500 Club in Statesville is having their Members Couples Club Championship on Saturday. Visit the 500 Club online for more information on tee times, memberships, the Victory Lane Sports Bar and Grill, and golf lessons. Get ready to do the time warp again on Halloween night. WSIC Radio is bringing the Rocky Horror Picture Show to the Charles Mack Citizen Center in Mooresville. The movie will play at the Joe V. Knox Auditorium screen with a live shadow cast performing alongside the film. Standard and VIP experience tickets are on sale right now at WSICnews.com. The VIP experience begins at 6 p.m. with the showtime at 8. Sing along, dress up, and join the fun. This is a Halloween night you will not forget. WSIC presents the Rocky Horror Picture Show October 31st in Mooresville. The dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway is ready to take center stage this fall. The World Short Track Championships take place October 31st and November 1st, featuring the nation's best weekly dirt racers. And then get ready for the World of Outlaws World Finals, November 5th through the 8th. Sprint cars, late models, and big block modifieds take their final checkered flags of 2025 while their champions are crowned. Click on charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets, schedules, and camping information.
The Renaissance Festival is back Saturdays and Sundays now through November 23rd. Non-stop shop at Giant Crafts Market. Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com while supplies last.
Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Real people making a real impact. The McIntosh Law Firm brings you community-centered, right here on WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back. You're listening to Community Centered, and we are having a great time here with Shannon. We are building connections like they build homes, right? Right
nice.
here. So
well done.
I know we talked about it during the break about your women build. Yay, women. Right?
Yes,
we are
yes,
so powerful. Yes. We can do amazing things together. I know you've got a couple of fundraisers coming up, so let's talk about some of that. Tell us about your fundraiser first.
Sure. Well, we do every spring called our Blue Jean Bash, and that is a great event. Lots of fun. We always say it's a gala, but with a habitat spin, which is that you get to wear your jeans, but then the bling as well, right?
Diamonds
so you get
and jeans.
Absolutely. Diamonds and denim. There's a lot of things
you would fit in beautifully there.
We've got a job for you. We've got a job for you. But that's always a lot of fun.
Let's have a diamond contest.
Yeah, let's. I love that. We have a lot of fun with that fundraiser. And then we'll also be celebrating in the spring the 35th anniversary of our Women Build. Women Build originated at Habitat Charlotte, really incredible event where we did our first all-women construction
I think
crew
that
on
is
a home.
Amazing. I love
It's
it.
pretty incredible.
It's still standing, right?
And it's, the house is still going strong. Actually, the recipient, the home buyer rather, of that home, her two children have gone on to have incredible careers and really wonderful families. And one went to graduate school and got her doctorate. Really important stories. And I think that's something that we always celebrate is you talked about that a little bit earlier of the true impact, the generational impact on families that we're making. Is you can't deny that. About 84% of our homeowners are women. We have just as many women on our construction team as men.
I think that's
amazing. So I think having the Women Build is, just really representative of how important the role women have in our organization.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing several events at some of the restores in the area, you can go to our website, again, habitatcltregion.org to check that out. There's lots of information there. You can sign up. We also mentioned that event on November 6th at the Charles Mack Center. You can sign up for the Women Build there as well. We'll have some on-the-spot sign-up opportunities.
I know from the perspective of some of the women that we serve at the Hope House who are generally, well, they all are single moms, the fact that how empowering that is.
That's
to
right.
think as a woman and a single mom who gets beat down so much every single day, to think that you could build a home and own a home is so
and take care of a home.
Powerful. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they're learning those skills while they're with us, and we're going to turn them over to some good people to carry on with that. But I think that is just incredible to allow them the liberty to dream of the possibilities of what that looks like. I think it's just incredible. So thank you for that. And happy birthday, Women Build.
Yes.
Happy anniversary.
Absolutely. Join us.
Yeah,
Yes,
for sure.
please.
I think that, hey, listen, you
What's
give a
that
woman
date
a tool
again?
belt.
We will kick off in January with some events. So at our website, there's a series of events there and ways to get plugged in. The actual event we usually do
Put a
the
little
kickoff
star
around
by
Mother's
your
Day.
website and make it one of your favorites.
We will. That's a great idea.
See if we can get the Lake Norman Women's Magazine involved in that. We might know a person or two that might want to have a
Hey, I
little
bet you do.
influence there.
I bet you do.
I think that would be incredible. What a great. I think you should be the headliner.
Yeah.
The cover
Wonderful.
of the
Yeah.
magazine would be a powerful message to bring to our community.
I think we'll get you with your diamonds and your sparkle on the cover with a hammer and a hard hat.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's do that.
There
There's
you
a whole
go,
fashion
Margie.
line.
Diamonds on the hard hat too.
There's a whole fashion
don't
line
tempt
there.
her. Don't tempt her. I think it was last year at the Peninsula Community Foundation. We had Havana Night was the theme, and Margie brought a cigar, made a choker out of a cigar that lit up with bling on it. So
I love it.
diamonds.
I love it.
Can you picture your
There's
hammer?
something
will be
there.
all
I know
bling.
there's a bedazzled hammer. I think there's
I wanted it. I
wants
saw
it. I
it.
know.
That.
I
Yes,
want it.
yes.
She said. Like a moth to the flame.
That's
I
right.
want it.
That's right.
The bling. Well, just congratulations on all the incredible work you're doing here in our community. I just,
Just think about all the differences you're making in families.
So we talk about it every week here, Margie, when we say we just throw a little pebble out into the lake and the ripples that go out from there. The difference that you're making in families' lives is just so incredible. And
I love it.
And just, and I too thought it was founded by Jimmy Carter, sweet Jimmy Carter. But I know that he, especially at his funeral, they spoke about his impact with that. So talk to us just a little bit about that. What influence did he have?
I think, so Habitat for Humanity was founded by Linda and Millard Fuller. And they did a lot of incredible work building housing internationally as well, and started Habitat. But Jimmy Carter really popularized Habitat, and really Habitat Charlotte region and many habitats in North Carolina started and sprung out of President Carter's visit to building homes in the Charlotte area during Carter Work Project in 1987. We were founded before then, but I think we really grew out of he and Rosalind being there, and they continued to build until I think his last time building was in 2019 at the Carter Work Project, which is a Habitat event, and it was held in Nashville. Really interesting that they were continuing, and a lot of people think, that youth and staying young and being able to age and stay in love together came out of their love, of course, of service and helping others. And I think Habitat was a way that they did that, and in many other ways they did as well.
Service above self.
Service above self.
Absolutely.
And I think we try to carry that forward in the work that we do every day. A lot of people were inspired by President Carter to get involved with Habitat. We still get people who say, at the time of his passing and his funeral, we got donations, and we had people call to volunteer in honor of him because of their love and respect for him. Really, really, really special.
I think that's very touching, isn't it?
It's probably why the women got involved too.
Well, Rosalind definitely, she kind of helped to get that started and to, again, see women on the build site, and women were bringing their kids out, and their kids were seeing their moms, volunteer, and not just in bringing the sandwiches by at lunch.
That's right.
But in swinging the hammers and being up on those roofs and putting roofing down and really building the homes.
Yes.
And I think people are still surprised when they come out for a build day and they see some of our construction supervisors, maybe a, short, petite, woman out there who then picks up a sledgehammer and gets to work and like nobody else can. And they
Don't get in their way.
blown away. Don't get in their way, and shout out to lots of our women in construction who are really incredible. So really, really special people. All of them are special.
Yeah.
Even the guys too. We'll get
Well, I just so admire what you have done. As a designer, I love it.
Yeah.
So did you say earlier 550 lives were impacted last year by our families?
That's right, families. So through our building of new homes and repairing homes, about 250, and then a little bit, 250, 300 families through financial education.
That's
through
incredible.
literacy. Hopefully a lot of those will go on maybe into our home buyer program. Some, maybe on a different journey, might come along later on to buy a home, maybe go out to a community partner and engage in a different way.
Yeah.
So maybe stabilizing through renting, but again, just helping families in all the ways that we can.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's happening in the Lake Norman area currently?
In the Lake Norman area, we are doing a few repairs right now. That's an important part of the work that we do too, is in working with the municipalities and kind of fitting into, we don't want to come into any community and say, we're here to save the day. We're here to build you 12 new homes. Sometimes we go into a community and they'll say, really our housing plan is about preserving affordable housing. So we might do maybe more repairs in a community. So we have several repairs lined up in this community. Owner occupied. We have a few new home builds that are coming up in the first part of the year. I think we'll pour some foundations maybe in we are in October, aren't we?
Yeah.
We forgot. That's where we started today. Is what day is it? Where are we?
Yeah.
Well, there's always something to celebrate. So I guess when I think about fireworks in July, but that'll be celebrating something different, which will be starting some new homes. We'll do a couple of those this fall, but mostly repairs right now. We want to be a good community partner. Again, we are not the experts.
What got me involved was off Bailey Road.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
When you did that whole street.
That's right.
I mean,
there's still some property there I think, to build on. Yeah.
Oh, is there really?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
It was, we did a radio show and I did a TV show there too. It was just amazing.
That's amazing.
How everybody came together and how proud those families were.
Mm-hmm.
They never thought they would be a homeowner.
I think we get that comment most often from families who fill out the interest form and get into the application process of saying, I never thought I could do this. I never thought I'd be a homeowner. It seemed so far out for me, unachievable. And sometimes it's a really simple thing in order to get someone on track. And other times it takes a little longer, but we are along for the journey. And that's
Thank you
what
for
we do.
all you have done.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for all that you all do to
Thank you,
promote
Shannon
unity.
Green.
Yes,
You are making a difference in the lives of so many people
That's
here.
right.
I want to thank you. And thank you, Habitat.
Yes.
And
Amen.
President Carter. That's all good. But thank you for being a guest today here on Community Centered.
Loved it.
Next week, Margie, who have we got?
Lake Norman Orchestra.
Oh, okay.
And probably Dan Mills for the Wine Spectacular from Rotary.
You won't have me. I will be in the D.C.
You
area.
go play with your
visiting
little darling daughter,
my granddaughter, and my daughter.
And your daughter.
Both of them. But we will hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you next week here on Community Centered. Thanks so much for listening.
Serving you better than ever before. WSIC, Statesville, W290DK Morrisville, W260